So today I wanted to create a video where I just share my tips and tricks on how I buy good quality but fairly inexpensive fruit and veg in such large quantities. By being vegan, I have saved so much money on food. It has cut down to like half the amount of what I was usually spending because it's so cheap and you could literally live off $2 a day because beans are cheap. Rice, potatoes are cheap. Fruit is cheap. Like, they're all very, very cheap foods. Oats, bread, they're all fucking cheap as, alright? Just gotta know, what to buy, when to buy it, and where to buy it. So eat according to season. So basically, dates, medjool dates, they're all year round, so that's really handy, and they're always ripe, they're always there. So they're one of my staples. Also ripe bananas, they're all year round. The price just changes a bit. So they're my two fruit staples, I'd say. And like frozen berries. Number one tip is to buy in bulk and buy from places like your local fruit shop, like Asian fruit shop, or a market or a farmer's market. The prices tend to be lower than buying fruit per kilo in grocery stores like Coles, Safe. Usually when you spot the boxes and they're ripe, the bananas are ripe, usually the price is going to be lower. If the bananas are green or they're yellow, usually the price will be higher. And buying bananas by the kilo is so much more expensive than getting it in bulk. And, it can end up being $3.50 a kilo when it could end up being 40 cents a kilo. So there's a very, very big difference there. My next tip would be to keep an eye out for sales in your grocery store. For example, Coles, Safeway usually have some pretty good discounts sometimes. Sometimes they'll reduce food. For rice, keep an eye out for Coles and Woolworths because sometimes they will do a half price of their 5 kilo bag. So instead of being $13 something, it's going to be $6.75. So that's like so cheap. That would last you for a while, like 2 weeks maybe, depending on how much rice you eat. So overall, they would be my biggest tips: is eat according to season. The price can spike up or it can go down. My second tip would be to buy in bulk and always ask for any discounts if you were to buy it in bulk. And then watch out for sales in your grocery store. There's a good page on Facebook. It's called Thrifty Vegan Melbourne, and people post from all around Melbourne. If they see something that's cheap in any like food store or clothing, blah blah blah, any of that, they will post it. And if it's in your area, run down to the shops or whatever and get your hands on it before anyone else does. Basically, that's a really good group to do that too. If you find anything yourself, post it on the group. That'd be really helpful to some people. And then my last tip would be to, buy from fruit shops, markets, farmers markets, Dandenong Market, Vic Market. There's a good place called Bushy Park. Sometimes they have watermelon for like 60 cents a kilo. Sometimes they have bananas for like 20 cents a kilo. So it can be very, very dirt cheap. You just got to follow the tips and tricks. So I hope you've liked this video, you've learned something from it. Peace out, motherfucker.
At a vegan slaughterhouse. The remains, the carcasses, the skins.
Rest in peace, bro. Rest in peace. Being vegan is so restrictive. Fuck.